And why do you think that it's right to blame the western side of the mountain for lack of development on the eastern side? It is not elected leaders from the western side.
Today they are lucky that they have a minister for water.
It is
if they need dams, they have now the minister. They can only blame themselves.
Okay. It is. I mentioned from the beginning that politics is about allocation of resources authoritatively. In the Muli, resources are allocated in Parliament and reallocated in Parliament. And they are allocated...
Where you all see...
Listen, budget of the Republic of Kenya is a document of executive developed by the President and his team, which is brought to the to Parliament for us to scrutinize. It is true, different committees of Parliament sit down and present the budget of those state departments to the budget committee, okay? But remember, these state departments are led by ministers and the PSS who are serving the executive. So budget is a document of the executive. We had an executive from 1963 to now, which believes that, which looks at Mount Kenya in the eyes of Kikuyus only. When a huge amount of budget allocation goes to Kikuyus, it doesn't go to the Western side. It doesn't go to the Rakas and Nithi. It doesn't go to Embu and Beres. So we have been rammed together in the name of Kikuyus. That's why today I have to explain again and again that I'm not a Kikuyu, which I am not. I'm a Mumbere. And we have Bere people who have been marginalized for years. We have the Raka people who have been marginalized for years. We have Chukas and people from Mara who have been marginalized for years. We have Egembes and Tiganians and the Mentis who have been marginalized for years. And our constitution talks about marginalization from the first chapter to the last chapter. It talks about the principles of equity all through. And we have not seen the principles of the equity and the marginalization.
Not even a devolution?
Embu County, how much does it get from the national kitty compared to Kiambu County?
Kiambu is a much larger county than Embu.
Yeah, but much more developed in terms of road infrastructure, in terms of water connectivity, in terms of roads, in terms of, you know, almost all the kind of social amenities which are required. You will find them there. Okay? Today we are given every constituency.
Is it fair to compare Embu constituency? Probably compare it to Kirinyaga, probably.
Every constituency we are given for the 2 million for road maintenance. Road maintenance, regardless of the size of your constituency, regardless of the tarmac penetration in your constituency. You will find some constituencies, for instance, in Muranga, in Nyeri, have about 60% tarmac. So 40% is what they are going to use for the 2 million in terms of grading and maraming. In my constituency, is about 98% of roads are not made, are not properly taken care of. Will, for the 2 million, take care of one road of about 60 kilometers? No. So we are in perennial state of poor roads in our constituency, and we are told we are part of Mount Kenya.
Did this realization just come?
Kenya, we have refused to be part of that.
Did this realization just come this year? Did this realization just come this year? Because it appears it came only after the relationship between the president and his deputy went south.
I have been in Parliament for 2 years now. I have seen how the resources are allocated. I have agonized again and again how these things can be fairly, equitably, resources are allocated. I have realized there's always political narrative on how the resources are allocated. That political narrative on resources allocation has always favored Mount Kenya West. I have decided, and we have talked with the people of Mount Kenya East. Elders have sat down, and we have decided in one voice that our resources, we need to see our resources independent of Mount Kenya West. Because the notion is, when the president allocates a huge dam in somewhere in Kikuyu land, when the president allocates a road, a dual carriage road, which is cutting through mainland, Kikuyu mainland, then Mount Kenya is sorted. Let me tell you, our mountain has been held hostage since 1963 by people who are calling themselves Mount Kenya Foundation. Rich, Kikuyu, and Gema Feroz, who determines who to be in a cabinet, who to be in a principal secretary, and who get tenders, huge tenders of billions of Kenyan shillings. Once they get huge tenders, and who is government, they don't care whether the very poor in Ngarwa Ereri, the very poor in Mumenje, whether they have water, whether they have roads, whether they have electricity, whether they have social amenities.
Okay.
And they will be mobbed emotionally that we have to unite because we are one group. If we don't unite, we will perish, we will be fought. That kind of unity. Idumuli, as Mount Kenya East, we have said we want unity of development, unity of projects.
Okay.
From Meru, Tharaka Nithi County, Embu County, Kirinyaga County, and even Izuru.